Alright, so this is episode 1 of Spy X Family. A little bit of a backstory. I remember reading the manga for this 2 to 3 years ago, and my feelings for it is very positive. I thought that this was a fun manga, but I actually don't remember all that much about it, and I did stop reading it back in around 2020, somewhere around there. So it'll be nice to experience Spy X Family again for the most part, you know, this time in anime form instead of just manga. So I'm interested to see how this is going to go, and I do have my full-length reaction up on Patreon, which you guys can check out in the description down below or through patreon.com/Icarot. Other than that, let us get started. Alright, so that was episode 1 of Spy X Family. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was, well, I think I said it. It certainly was a first episode. It gave us an introduction to the world and like the world of spies and this whole East versus West sort of thing. Again, I said that it reminded me of Princess Principal. So that aspect of it is very nice. We get introduced to our two main characters. We're going to see our third person in the next episode, you know, when Loid gotta freaking secure himself a wife. But we got introduced to our two characters, and it's very nice. We see that the both of them have a similar have similarities to each other, where Loid is a, as he says, he is a spy and he has given up, what is it, his emotions or like the feelings of like love and everything. You know, he's given up all these rights to become, or all these privileges in order to become a spy, and he has taken on multiple identities, whereas Anya herself has been adopted and returned 4 times, I believe, and she has switched her names often as well, so they're similar on that front as what Frankie had said. We also got a little bit of Anya and Loid's backstory, very low on Loid, where he talks about how hearing children cry reminds him of himself back when he was young and when he was also crying like a child. He found that nobody was really out there to, you know, help him out, give a helping hand and all that. And so he sees himself in Anya, and perhaps this is where he could be that person who gives a helping hand. When he was a child, nobody was there, so perhaps he could be that person for Anya. And for Anya, she's just looking for a home, a family who would love her and not return her back to the orphanage. She's also moved like to 2 other different orphanages too. I wonder how she ran away, because with the narrator giving us a little bit of a backstory on her and how she was an experiment, and we saw the flashback with her and the scientist who said similar things to what Loid was thinking, where he is a spy but he's doing this in order to save the world, or at least for world peace. And that was what the scientists had said to her too, when they were forcing her to study instead of doing things that kids should be doing. And it was a nice little touch on why she's so against studying in the first place. In terms of the comedy, I enjoy how it plays out, but I find it funny, but I don't find it like funny where I'm just like laughing out loud about it. But I do understand like the jokes, and I get it, and I'm just like, huh, that is pretty funny. But it started reminding me of the big reasons why I ended up reading the manga, and it's not particularly because of the comedy bits. It's mainly because of the whole family thing, as we saw with Loid. Loid just going through fatherhood within this episode, and we saw towards the end where he finally relaxed after all these years, because he's a spy, so he's always on guard about everything. So now that he has his daughter, and you know, his daughter is just a cute little ball of sunshine who happens to be able to read people's mind. But now that he has a daughter, he's just he's able to relax for the first time, and he's just over here like, whoa, relaxing? What is this? What? I'm sleeping in front of someone? What is this madness? So we're going to see our third main character in the next episode, so I'm excited to see what's up with that. And I just know that the whole family shit is going to end up getting me all teary. I felt a little teary when Loid had finished his job and he was coming out and he sees Anya waiting for him and all that, and she's just saying like, you know, let's go home, let's go to our home, because she doesn't want to be taken back to the orphanage again. So I felt a little teary there, and I just know that they're going to fucking pull on my heartstrings with the whole family shit. But I'm excited either way. I really like that initial action scene when Anya had given away their their place, and the thugs had come in, and we saw Loid dealing with the thugs. I like how sudden it is, even though he knew that somebody had come in, but I like how abrupt it is, but I like how quickly it finished, just because, you know, he came in and he finished the job, and it like the action scene just ends like that. I really enjoy it. The other thing that I almost forgot to say is the appearance of Loid, and how he's this blonde character in a green suit, and it reminds me of Firo from Bakano, and I really enjoy Firo as a character, and I also like his design as well. So every time I look at Loid, I'm just thinking about Bakano, and I'm just specifically thinking about Firo, and it's just fantastic. You know, the show reminds me of two anime that I really enjoy, Princess Principal and Bakano. And then we have the whole family stuff in there too, so that is just fantastic. Speaking of family stuff, I'm now starting to think of Sweetness and Lightning, which, great show. All three shows are fucking great. If you've never seen any of those three shows, I highly recommend. But if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys when I see you guys.